All right, looks like we're live on YouTube. Gonna go live on Facebook, and we're actually gonna try something different tonight. We're gonna go live on D Live, which I've never done. So, give me a moment to get everything set up. Welcome everybody! Welcome everybody to the Angerthon. Ring, ring. Just that's my re button. Re. It's great. That was actually from a liberal who got upset when Bernie Sanders dropped out and endorsed Biden. Fantastic, fantastic. I love it. I love it so much. Uh, but anyways, guys, thank you guys so much for joining. I look forward to tonight. There's no time limit tonight. We're just gonna share stories. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna share wonderful stories, and I can see people are already starting to pile in. That's great. What's up, David, in the YouTube chat? Nice to see you. Let me pop that chat out real quick so I can kind of have it near me, and then let's get the Facebook going. And I think we're pretty much good to go. Oh, D Live, that's a different one, right? Like that. Oh, look, it looks like I'm actually live on D Live. All right, well, I'm live on D Live. By the way, if you haven't been to D Live, it's sort of like Twitch, but I realized that there's far less people watching. That's even on D Live. So what I'm doing something interesting today, and the idea is essentially, because there's only like 70 people watching a stream on the second rated chatting channel. So I went to the chatting channel, like we're just chatting, and I figured I could probably at least be third place on D Live. If everybody went to D Live, it's dlive.tv/I'mKingGinger. You can join me there, and we could maybe actually be on the front page if everybody just worked together. But anyways, we're also of course live on Twitter and all the other things. So that is fantastic news. What do I want? What do we want to accomplish tonight? Let's talk about that, because I'm going to do this every night this week for fun. We're just going to chill, come together as a group, and it looks like, judging by, let me just make sure this has been submitted. Yep, I am live. Okay, all right, good. We're all live on Facebook. So here's what I want everybody to do. First thing is, let's share it. Judging by the normal amount of people that watch this, my guess is Angerthon 2020 or Let's Be Angry. Those words already triggered the Facebook algorithm. So you never know. You never know. You try to think of something, and apparently Facebook doesn't promote content that has the words angry in it. They only want happy content on their platforms. So, anyways, okay. All right. So here's what we're going to do. First, we're going to have fun. We're going to watch silly videos. You guys just if there's like a ridiculous silly video or something, send it to me in the chat. We'll watch it. We'll laugh. We'll have a good time. It'll be good. It'll be fun. It'll be enjoyable, because we don't want to sin in our anger. We don't want to sin. We don't want to sin in our anger. We don't want to be consumed with anger. We want to get mad. We want to get righteously angry. We just need to remind ourselves. We just need to remind ourselves, essentially, that what's happening is not okay. What's happening with the lockdowns, the shutdowns, the government tyranny, the suppression of freedoms and liberties, it's just not okay. It's just not all right. And so that's why we're doing this anger-thon, to get angry. But God is not just angry. He's angry at the wicked every day, but he's also gracious every day, long-suffering every day, full of patience and kindness every day. He is gracious and loving. That is who God is. That is how we reflect God, by doing all those attributes at the same time. But I've noticed, as I said yesterday, that I was starting to become desensitized to this stuff. It's just gotten to a point where I'm just desensitized to it, and it was starting to bother me. It was starting to bother me. So let's go ahead. And I'm going to start the show out with something I found absolutely, like, it brought me joy. As a lot of you know, Governor Noem, I guess that's how you pronounce her name. She's the governor of South Dakota. She has said that she is not going to shut down the state. She's not going to shut down the government. And just, here's an amazing, this is how radical she is. She actually said that she thinks that people can determine on their own if they should quarantine or not. And she left that decision to the people. That is the governor of the great state of South Dakota. Now, she's been getting a lot of heat in the media. Tons of people are not at all happy. They're not joyful. They're not filled with glee because their state decided to be a bastion for freedom as opposed to tyranny and law and lawlessness on behalf of the government. No. She's been getting a lot of heat. So the people of Arizona came together and they did something really great for her. And I just want to share this with you to bring you joy today, to bring you glee. And so here it is. The governor of the great state of... that window was crooked. Okay, that's better. The governor of the great state of South Dakota actually got a surprise parade from first responders and some other people today for the work that she's done. And may this bring you as much joy as it brought me.
It's a parade for you. Wave to them. Okay, let's...
I just think this is phenomenal. It's just one of those warm, fuzzy, heart-warming moments, you know? Anyway, that's pretty much it. Just a bunch of people, and it says the parade was organized by John Morris of Morris Inc. Construction Company. Featured literally hundreds of cars, fire trucks, and other vehicles honking their horns and sirens while no one watched. And so apparently, what they just wanted to Republican South Dakota Governor Kristi Noem had an impromptu parade thrown in her honor on Tuesday in the capital city of Pierre, and so it's people thanking her for the not closing down the state. The Bible says that we're supposed to honor. We're supposed to honor those in the government, and that was, I thought, a really good way of doing it. And so as we talk tonight about all the awful amounts of government corruption, all the disgusting things that are happening with corrupt governors all over the country, I just want to you to be reminded that there are good ones out there. there are people who serve in government that are good people. You don't hear about them that much, and they're usually demeaned. And those leaders we should absolutely honor and respect. We should honor and respect even the evil and corrupt ones. Just to be clear, so I'm not saying we don't honor and respect them. However, just because someone's in leadership, respecting the government doesn't mean that you don't speak about them. So, David in the YouTube chat says, Northam, cough. Yeah, Virginia's governor is probably one of the worst in the country. I would say Northam, Newsom, Cuomo, those three probably are the worst curses on a state I've ever. Actually, I would say those three are actually not just curses; they're judgments from God on those states, and it's awful. It's awful to have them as rulers. Anyways, let me ask you this. What have you guys seen? You guys are in the YouTube chat. If for some reason if you're responding on Facebook and I'm not commenting on it, it's because I have several chat windows open. I prefer if everybody just went to youtube.com/crownrightsmedia, and then that way I could see what you're saying, even dlive.tv/I'mKingGinger. That way I can see what's going on. And also, by the way, the Discord is open. You can feel free to join the Discord at any time. Actually, as a matter of fact, I will post a link to the Discord right now. And YouTube has it. And then I'm going to make sure that everybody else can get it. So let me just hit that invite button, copy that link, and paste that in the Restream bot. So there we go. And then now DLive knows the link to the Discord. You guys can call in. You can join, and we'll have a conversation and a discussion. We'll have a good time. You can disagree with me. You can be in favor of what I say. You can be against what I say. Whatever. It doesn't really matter. And while we're waiting for people to call in, because that's what I want. I want these things to be this week. It's not like a typical show. There's not a set topic. There's not a set conversation. We just want to chill. Let's just chill. And let's get angry together. So I'm seeing that people are already posting stuff for me to check out. And so let's, well, this is interesting. Well, let's check this out, shall we? Now, I don't know what these are because you guys are sending it to me. So I'm putting a lot of trust and faith that you guys can be good producers of this stream. Oh, Elizabeth Warren. This should be good. This was sent by Amber Caruso, and it's Remy. People will die. Let's see.
People will die. These cuts are blood money. People will die. Let's be very clear. Senate Republicans are paying for tax cuts for the wealthy with American lives.
People need kidneys. It's sad but decreed, yet the senators hoarding...
I want to play this. I'm sure this is great, but I for sure will be... Well, you know what? They're libertarians at Reason TV. They support fair use, and they have a lot of videos against copyright law, so I might be okay. Let's give it a shot, shall we? Okay.
People need kidneys, it's sad but decreed, yet the senator's hoarding one more than she needs. I offer this bill and I hope you'll vote aye, unless of course you just want people to die. Traffic deaths have many crying with fear. Over 30,000 people are dying each year. This modest change I propose must be applied, unless of course you just want people to die. Alcohol deaths are exceeding comparisons. Black people,
yes.
White people, Native Americans. We need to ban alcohol. It can't be denied, unless of course you just want people to die. Yes. Murders are bad.
Okay.
They have no
Okay. That is fantastic. You know, it's amazing. I was looking at this because I thought this was recent, but then as it started playing, I realized that I've seen this before. And it was in 2017. Do you guys see that? Man, talk about being ahead of the game.
Offenders, yet many are committed by repeat offenders. I say lifetime in prison, whatever the crime. Unless, of course, you just want people to die. So I don't have a bill or a groan to detail. I just need a short clip from my donor email. Tim, there's blood on your hands. You want people to die. That good? Cool. Tim, dinner at 5? Yeah. The car deaths I mentioned are terrible stuff. Doesn't seem one seatbelt is ever enough. You must vote for my act so that fewer will cry. Unless, of course, you just want people to die. The carbs, the container, we cannot ignore. Whipped cream's killing more people than ever before. This bill would be passed and be ratified if those people that didn't want people to die.
These people are geniuses. Let me tell you what I like about this so much. First off, it's important to remember that Reason TV is not a Christian organization. In fact, I believe that they might actually be atheist. I think they might actually be atheistic. Reason is probably an atheistic organization, if I'm wrong. Although they're a very libertarian organization. And what's so great about this is all these laws they're proposing that people will die. All these laws that they're saying, these are bad laws, but we make these laws all the time. Well, in a biblical society, biblical framework, these are exactly the kind of laws that God hates. So it's interesting. This is why a lot of people who believe what I believe, that the Bible is the standard for government, lean very heavily libertarian. Now, I obviously have some issues with libertarianism. Mainly, they don't know if they're Democratic libertarian or Republican libertarian most of the time. And then there's all sorts of craziness, and there's no organization, and there's no moral standard at all within the Libertarian Party. But for the most part, libertarians get their view of government correctly. So that is something that I think is fantastic, and I'm really excited when I see stuff like this, because it just proves there's a God. It does. It does. So, so again, you guys, actually, I think there might be one other Facebook chat window that I'm actually neglecting, and I want to make sure I'm not, because I want everybody to be able to participate equally. Let me just make sure that I'm not neglecting it. How are you guys doing? How are you guys doing? I got some stuff that's gonna make you angry coming up very soon, but I didn't want to start off. I didn't want to start off on that. Actually neglecting, and I want to make sure I'm not, because I want. So, all right, now that that's going, you know, I wish there was a way. Maybe somebody can tell me there's a way to just pop out the Facebook chat. Like, why can't you do that? Does anybody know why? Like, why, of all the things you can do on Facebook, you can't just isolate the chat during a live video? Like, why? I don't want to have two videos playing at the same time. That doesn't make any sense. This is why you guys on Facebook that are watching me on Facebook, stop watching me on Facebook and just go to YouTube, man. So I can interact with your chats. There's too many windows up. Too much bandwidth being used streaming multiple windows because YouTube can't get their act together. Facebook can't get their act together and just make it so you can just pop out the chat during a live stream. I don't know why. I don't know. But oh man, boy. So what else can? Oh well, you know what? You know what we can talk about? Let's go ahead and let's start the anger part of this. Angerthon 2020. Let's go ahead and start this up. Governor Ducey. Let me see. Let me find an article about it. I'm sure. Here we go. Here it is. Let's pull that up for you guys. Here we go. Governor Doug Ducey, my governor, extends Arizona stay-at-home order till May 15th. If you thought living in Arizona was gonna give you freedom because you have a Republican governor, you are sadly mistaken. Let's see what the local news has to say about this.
A short time ago, Governor Doug Ducey extending the stay-at-home order through at least May 15th with some modifications. The governor says the spread of the virus has been slowed, but we can't afford to lose any ground that was hard fought.
No, of course
Matt Galka is live now with how the governor plans to gradually reopen Arizona. Matt, if people thought the governor was going to fling the doors open today, they were sorely disappointed.
Oh boy, were we disappointed. I'll tell you that, right? Talk about people who were disappointed. I was disappointed, but I wasn't surprised. I wasn't surprised at all. So,
yeah, John, if you had the order being completely lifted in your stay-at-home pool, you did lose today, but there will be modifications.
Look at how like this just bugs me so much of just how they try to make it seem like they have a victory over us peons. If you were one of those idiots that had a complete uplift, if you thought you were going to be free today, you were sorely mistaken. You were sorely mistaken if you thought today was the day that you were going to be free. You're not going to be free, okay? It's just not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Look at you morons. You morons that thought you were going to be free, like you thought that the Constitution was going to be given back to you once it was taken away. You morons. I hope you didn't bet any money. I know I'm laughing, but I'm also really angry. And this is why they say fight, laugh, and feast. Because this is just absurd. I hope I never have to work for a local news channel.
The stay-at-home order extended, modified for the next 2 weeks, and I'll be honest, not much is going to change except in retail. We might see that open up a little bit.
So, please, can you at least open up retail? Look, I don't know about you guys, but for the most part, in Arizona, retail is kind of already open. You either have to go to a big box store, like Walmart and Home Depot. What else? Best Buy. They're all open. You just the way in which they operate and function is different. My vape shop is still open. You just can't go inside. You have to stand outside and get it. So for the most part, I don't see Governor Ducey's order as really doing anything at all other than saying we're going to reopen retail, but it kind of already is. So it's what's the word? It's a scam. It's a scam.
Stay home, stay healthy, stay connected order is extended through May 15th.
Governor Doug Ducey said a modified state stay-at-home order is going to continue for at least 2 more weeks. A new date of May 15th announced today with modifications.
We've seen the spread has been slowed, and these have been hard-fought gains. We've earned where we are today, and we are not going to undo this.
This is just silly talk. This is just ridiculous, garbage, silly talk. We've earned. We've worked hard. We've worked hard to make sure that nobody has any built-in immunity to this virus. We've worked really hard to make sure that we've destroyed the economy. We've worked really hard to make sure that you know that any liberty you have is only because we've given you permission to have it. It's not because it's inalienable. It's not because it's of God. It's not because those rights are derived from Scripture or the Bible. No. It's only because we've given you those rights, and we've taken them away for a short time. We do plan on bringing them back in increments with regulations, and the world will never be the same ever again. But just hang in there. Remember, you've earned this. You've earned it.
The governor said the economy will start gradual.
Okay, look. Man, I wish that pause symbol. Okay, didn't come up. Okay, so it's voluntary. Physical distancing for staff. This is for retail, right? Appointment-based, limited occupancy, curbside pickup, and this is already in place. Like, this is not. This is. I can't stand it. When politicians issue a toothless decree to make it appear as if they're doing something, but they're not. This has been the system that's been in place since the beginning. So it's just, oh man.
Open for retail on May 4th on a voluntary basis. It includes physical distancing for staff and curbside pickup. An expanded voluntary opening follows just a few days later on May 8th. That includes reduced capacity inside stores, fitting rooms being shut down at clothing stores, and an encouragement that vulnerable adults stay home.
Now we know more, and the objective, while continuing to focus on protecting public health, is going to be to turn up the light in our economy.
The governor also teased.
You know, it's interesting. This is how you know Governor Ducey is just a typical politician. He said we're going to turn up the light on our economy instead of turning on the light. We've dimmed it down, and we're just gonna dim it up. Maybe to candlelight. If we're lucky, we'll dim it to candlelight. If we're maybe we'll get a good amount of mood light. Yeah, maybe we'll get it just bright enough that we're gonna get the economy just bright enough that you don't have to use your cell phone flashlight when you're walking around. I mean, what in the... Oh, man.
What's wrong with you people?
Really, what is wrong with you people? This is why the governor of South Dakota gets a parade. This is why that happens. This is why the governor of South Dakota gets a parade. Fire trucks, construction equipment, police cars cheering her on, thanking you. Thank you, the governor of North Dakota, for not shutting down our state. This is why she gets a parade, and this is why Governor Ducey gets the I'm just a typical governor, I'm just a politician award, just like every other governor and politician, minus the great state of South Dakota.
To another plan for restaurants being released next week. He says the best case scenario that he's seen is some sort of reopening on May 12th. He also had a warning for people planning on defying that order.
Oh. Okay, now wait. Okay, so I haven't seen this. I have not seen this, but before I get that warning, the executive order as it stands now for the state of Arizona is pretty much toothless. It's pretty much a request. There's no fines. There's no punishments. There's nothing like that. You don't even have to prove that what you're doing is essential or not essential. You don't even have to prove it. So let's see. See, at first it was voluntary. Then it became like a firm request But then, even still, there was no real regulations. But now that it's extending, people are starting to realize, hey, maybe I should open up. Let's see where the state of Arizona has jumped to. And I haven't seen this, so I might be shocked.
A violation is a $2,500 fine.
Did we always have fines? Were there always fines? Because this is the first time I'm hearing about a fine in Arizona, which is, think about this now. Think about this. Prior to what he just said, the executive order for Arizona was pretty much open. It was pretty much, it's been pretty good in comparison to other surrounding states for sure. And now this is the reopening plan. The plan to reopen the state of Arizona contains a $2,500 fine for opening.
What's wrong with you people?
I mean, what is wrong with you people? I mean, yeah. I can't make this stuff up. I can't make this stuff. I just can't. Oh man, that is absolutely fascinating to me in more ways. I'm actually kind of speechless about that. The reopening plan contains a fine for people that just want to open up. Unbelievable. Let's just finish this video out. We made it this far.
And up to 6 months in jail. And for those that own an establishment and are publicly going to flaunt the order, you are playing with your liquor license.
Oh! It's amazing to listen to this. First off, I want to say, what's the point of a liquor license if you can't even open up your restaurant for people? Like, what can you imagine it? Like, what's the point of even that's how I would be. I don't have any employees. I'm not making any money. My business can't be open, and my alcohol is just sitting on the shelf, doing absolutely nothing but collecting dust, because of these orders. It's insane. It's insane. Like I don't feel that calling this absolutely stupid and idiotic is a stretch. I would probably say it's pure scubalon. Completely 100% scubalon. The fact that you're going to threaten a business owner's liquor license for opening up when he has a liquor license, he can't even open up to use the liquor license. I mean, at least, I mean, if you're threatening to take away people's liquor licenses, at least you're going to open back up the country at some point, I would assume. But if you don't open up the country, if you don't open the country back up, what's the point of having a liquor license in the first place? This is what I say. See, first off, this is why we got to point this out. This is why the government giving permission to a business to do business is corrupt right off the bat. Nobody should have to receive permission from the government to sell something that they have. Okay? So if I don't have to get permission from the government to sell an Xbox on Facebook Marketplace. But if I sell 10 Xboxes or 20 Xboxes, or I make a living selling Xboxes, well, suddenly then at that point, I have to have the magical permission slip from the from the state government, federal government, whatever. It's just outrageous. And then they use those licenses with threats that says, if you're in business, or if you open your business, we're going to take the license that keeps you in business away from you, even though you can't really use it or put it to use or make any money with it right now. We'll take. I mean, are you guys insane? It's disgusting. I don't know about you guys, but that is disgusting, and it really upsets me. Donald Foreman says, your free trial of communism has ended. Your subscription has already been renewed for life. No refunds. Isn't that the truth, man? Isn't that the truth? Look, we're not living in Atlas Shrugged. My business is not owned by the government. Your business is not owned by the government. If you want to open up, you open up. And I think we're at the point right now where we got to throw the tea into the harbor. Like, when do you throw the tea? When do you take those liquor licenses, rip them up before Governor Ducey's office in Phoenix, and sell people alcohol right after? That's what needs to happen. I mean, that's just insane. You do not need permission from the government to run a business, to work, and support your family. What sort of nation is this? It's out of control.
Some strong words.
And are publicly going to flaunt the order. You are playing with your liquor license.
Oh, I was wondering why it was quiet right there. I thought I had the volume down, but it's just bad editing by Fox 10.
Some strong words from the governor there. Now, we do expect more details about that restaurant plan next week, but the governor did expand on it a little bit. He said bars that don't serve food, just strictly bars, pubs, they are absolutely out.
Okay, well, that was just okay. I would have liked to hear the rest of that. Let's see. Breathing life. What does that say? Breathing life back into small business. Okay, so this is what's open. Health and public health mostly open, pretty much open. Construction, construction's vital. I would imagine construction is still going on. Manufacturing, when this is stuff that's already been open, I believe. Banks have been open. Why? See, look at this. Why does Goodwill get a special call out? You ever wonder about these things? So charitable and social organizations are fine, but isn't Goodwill charitable and social services? But isn't Goodwill technically a charitable service? Like, why would they? See, this is what when a law is made, it can't be created in a way that doesn't apply equally to everyone. And so when the Governor Ducey is saying these organizations are open plus Goodwill, they're getting special favor from the government. And that's not okay. That's unconstitutional. And the Supreme Court's ruled against laws like that multiple times. And so this is why, look, we see hardware stores, hotels and motels. Like, these things are already open. Car mechanics are open. I drove by one yesterday. They were already open. So, again, this is just hogwash. It's look, guys, we're opening up, but we're reopening everything up. But if you're one of those special privileged folks that we've determined that can't be open, we're going to take your liquor license away and fine you $2,500. Let's see what this slide says. breathing life back into small businesses, reviving Main Street with a partial reopening of retail. Monday, May 4th, voluntary resume with physical distancing, limited opening. This is already. Friday, May 8th, voluntary, strict physical distancing requirements. Implement public health protections and CDC guidelines. You know what's in it? Well, I have to ask a question. Something that just jumped out of me. May 4th and May 8th. Voluntary. What does that mean in terms of running a business or opening a business up? Like, isn't it voluntary? Isn't just running a business voluntary in general? Like, isn't just running a business voluntary in general? I think so. Kevin, I don't know. I don't know if anybody's suing the state over this executive order. I would hope so. I imagine there's going to be a lot of lawsuits coming very soon down the pipeline in regards to these sort of things. Let's just keep in mind, this is important. It's very simple. But the executive branch does not make laws. The legislative branch does. And I don't recall the legislative branch of the state of Phoenix passing any law that says there's going to be a $2,500 fine and you can lose your liquor license. I don't recall that. I don't recall seeing that. Jennifer says her husband's dealership has been selling cars too. Not as many as normal, but a hopeful amount. Well, that's good. That makes me. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, these businesses are, these businesses are already open. This is just nonsense garbage with a bigger penalty. So and a much more firm threat from the hand of Governor Ducey than normal. So, anyways, let's see. So here, this is actually really good. My wife sent me this. I don't have the exact quote. Somebody might have it, but she's right. The city of Phoenix's economic director says 1 in 4 small businesses could be gone for good. He's not breathing life into small business. He's suffocating it. Absolutely right. That's absolutely right. No question about it. No question about it. Let's see if there's anything else in my trending regarding this sort of stuff. Governor Ducey. Oh, just got a $5 super chat from the one and only and lovely and beautiful Laura Pittman. She says, does it make sense that Target and Walmart can have tons of customers in stores, but small clothing shops who have a few customers at a time shut down? No, my lovely and beautiful wife. It makes no sense at all. Thank you for laundering $5, though. We always appreciate when you launder that that money, the $5 that we found on the ground. But hey, if you just point, if you do like these live streams, if you enjoy watching them, the super chats really are a great way of supporting me, because YouTube will not let me monetize pretty much most videos, and even if they did, it's pennies. it's pennies. So thanks my beautiful wife for laundering $5 to us. Really appreciate it. And if you do like these streams, please, super chats are great. I will stop the show immediately as soon as I see a super chat, and I will read whatever comment it is you have, even if you want to insult me or mock me or whatever the case may be. I really, really appreciate it. Let's see. You know. Let's see. I wanted to check on my. I had a D live stream. Yeah. D-Live is still up and running. Not many people watching on D-Live though. It's not a big operation. It was a fun test though. It's a fun test. Kind of see how things go. Trying something new, you know. So let's see. Let me see if I can find. People were sending me stuff all day today to talk about, but that Governor Ducey thing kind of broke just like a few hours ago. By the way, if you guys are enjoying this, please share. Please let people know. Please comment and interact and be a part of the show. Also, by the way, the D-Live is open. I'm sorry, not D-Live. The Discord is open. If you want to call into the show at any time, feel free to just enter the chat. The link is either let's see, it's I need to share the Discord link on Facebook. Let me do that because I'd actually really like to take some phone calls and see how this sort of thing is affecting everybody. I think that would be good for us. So let's see, invite, copy link, and we will send this on Facebook, send it on Restream chat, and on my personal Facebook page. We'll send it there too. Just to make sure everybody that's watching, if you join the Discord, we can have a chat. So yeah, let's see. Governor Ducey. Oh, this was fascinating. Let me send this. This happened today. I thought was really good. I watched some of it, but the quality was pretty bad. So hopefully we can figure that out. So this is the Shelley Luther is the owner of Salon a la Mode, remained open despite threats from the city. It's not only a natural right to provide food and shelter for ourselves and family, but our duty to do so. I would strongly encourage all who can to support her endeavors. So essentially the police, this was in Dallas, Texas, actually. The police were shutting her down. And what you had here, let's see if I can find it really quickly. You had, maybe it was probably later in the stream. Let's see. I wanted to find it. It was really great. Yeah, so you can't tell from here. But you had this group of armed men waving the Texas flag, and they're protecting the business owner from the police, who are just, wasting government tax dollars out there. Just making sure that a hair salon isn't open. So I just, this only has 3,000 views on it. It wasn't like a viral video. I'm not even sure how I came across it, actually. It might have been, I don't know, but I saw this today and thought it was pretty heroic of these guys. See, this is what militias are for. This is what militias are for. I saw some liberal, I forget what it was. I forget where I saw this tweet. Some liberal was saying that these people at these reopen the state rallies with their guns should not be allowed to intimidate people. And somebody responded and said, no, that's exactly what they should do. That's exactly what they're doing. See, militias are supposed to intimidate the government. They're supposed to restrain the government from evil. And so when you see men out here, and they're, let's see if I can have a better shot. This guy, all he did for the most time was just like point here we go. Here we go. So here's some guys out here. A few of them, I heard a few. I don't see any guns, but I heard a few of them did. They might be concealed carry at the moment, but these guys were out here to protect this woman so she could keep her business open. That's heroic, and we should be very, very happy when we see stuff like that. That cheers me up a lot. I don't really know if there were any moments in that video that was worth playing because of the quality of it. Let's see. People sent me links all day today. By the way, if you have something you want me to discuss, just throw it in the chat. I'll pull it up. We'll pull it up and we'll discuss it. Right now, I want to find some of the links people sent me today, which I know are here somewhere. I don't know if they sent me a Facebook message or what. Well, that's weird. Maybe we already went through all of them. That's probably what happened. Let's see. Oh, this is fascinating. No, I don't. That's kind of a conspiracy. It's interesting, but I don't want to. Oh, so since I'll mention it. I won't go into the details of it, but essentially, it was saying that the vaping problem, where all these people were dying from vaping, supposedly vaping, they actually had COVID-19 last year, late last year when that happened. Interesting, but not really worth making me angry about. There's no real solid evidence of that. Let's see. Well, let's see. Somebody said, who would have thought we would need to bear our arms so we can work? Man, I'm telling you what. Oh, super chat from Shane Dodson. Thank you so much. He says, our ward representative publicly said at last night's city council meeting that capitalism is a pandemic. Hey, Shane, first off, thank you so much for the super chat. Number two, can you find that for me? I'd really like to see that. Can you send that to me? I need to play that clip now. So if you can find it, just send me a Facebook message real quick if you can find that. I'm assuming that's in Norman, Oklahoma. So yeah, dude, find that. That's that is incredible. Capitalism is a pandemic. Actually, it's your socialism. That's the pandemic. Let's see. There was so much stuff. I remember because something told me keep a little notepad with all the articles people send you today, and I did not. What is this? Let's see. You know what? Let's just see what Drudge has to offer. Drudge has become really weird lately. They're not the same Drudge that it used to be. But still, nonetheless, they do offer the occasional decent story. More drug hope. Germany relock. Fauci. A second wave is inevitable. Oh, you know what? Gotta click that one. As quarantine fatigue spreads, Fauci says second wave of coronavirus is inevitable. What is happening? And anti-Americans show growing signs of quarantine fatigue, and officials face pressure to ease coronavirus restrictions. Factories, smalls, and state governments. I never even thought. This is how little I think of shopping malls. I just now did. how are shopping malls going to recover from this? I mean, shopping malls. I haven't been to a shopping mall that had full occupancy in I don't know how long. Every time I've gone to a mall recently, there's been lease signs on the doors and stuff like that. I haven't even seen a shopping mall that's had full occupancy. It doesn't mean they're not there. I'm sure there are, but very, very few and far between. And I haven't even. I mean, if I don't even during this whole pandemic, I don't even think about malls until somebody says malls. I imagine they were hurting before, and they're probably really hurting now. So somebody said I'm not angry at all. You know, that's because I don't have to give up my joy because I'm angry. Just because you're angry doesn't mean you don't have joy. And so I can laugh and have fun and all those things. I can do all those things and still be angry. God does all those things. God is gracious and kind, and He's loving and caring, but He's also angry at the wicked every single day. And so again, being angry doesn't necessarily mean that you're yelling and screaming and you're throwing things and fighting and beating people up. Sometimes you can just be just because you're mad as hell doesn't mean you're mad like hell. Right, Steve says, be angry and sin not. That's exactly right. So yeah, I can be mad as hell, but don't be mad like hell. That's probably the best way, the best way to deal with that. So, by the way, the Discord chat is open if you'd like to call in and talk. Just feel free to. You might have to download the Discord app, but I'm trying to find a way. That people that enter the Discord can actually listen and watch the show within Discord. But I haven't found a way to do that quite yet. I'm sure Restream might have an option because somebody alerted me to the fact that if you're watching on YouTube or Facebook and you go into Discord, you stop the stream on Facebook and YouTube. And I didn't even think about that because I have YouTube Premium, which I absolutely must have because it lets you play YouTube videos in the background. So I know a lot of people have gone. So if you just want to just call real quick, you can do that even if you have to shut it down, or you get YouTube Premium and you can watch this on YouTube in the background, and then that way you can be in the Discord and on YouTube at the same time. But anyway, oh, that's it, Travis. Travis Mint got it. Travis says, did you see that the church opening guidelines saying no singing, communion, baptisms, etc.? I absolutely did, and I wanted to talk about that because if anything will make you angry, it is absolutely that. But before we get to that, we'll hold on to that because I want to see this thing from. We have to see this, guys. This Shane sent me this. See what happens when you guys send me a super chat. It just takes over the show. You become a producer of my show by sending me a super chat. Let's check this out. Guys, I'm sorry I was on the desktop that long. I sometimes I forget to change the camera angle. That's not good. But anyway, let's
as far as COVID goes, I've been quarantined, watching bird law. There's no rules. Appreciate what Councilmember Carter sent to us. That was great. I really love birds. They're super exciting to watch. I still have a cat scratch from the beginning of quarantine right here.
What is this government representative even talking? What is the government representative even talking about there? Is this the right time? Do I have the right time, Shane? We're talking about bird watch. You're in quarantine and you're watching birds. Oh my gosh, your city council is insane.
Don't mess with cats. I love birds though. Anyway, so I have received a lot of calls from business owners. I have received one today. I talked to a woman who is very frustrated about why we are not opening. Why are we not like more? Why are we not doing this? And I respect the leadership of Mayor Clark, of our city council, who have stood strong. Again, while we have all been agitated at each other and it has been very tense in the room before, we have stood very unified, I believe, in this pandemic scenario. And I'm really proud of us for that, and I appreciate that.
Wait, did I miss it?
I really appreciate
Did
that.
I zone out? She was boring
We
me.
need to institute council comments being about 5 minutes long, no longer. Just really think about what you want to say, including myself, because I can go on and on and on and on and on if I wanted to. Piggybacking off of what Councilmember Hall and Holman said, fill out the census. We need that money.
Oh my gosh, I just lost it. Let me refresh it. Oh, man.
As far as COVID goes, I've been quarantined, watching birds, bird law. There's no rules. Appreciate the leadership of Mayor Clark, of our city council, who have stood strong. Again, while we have all been agitated at each other and it has been very tense in the room before, we have stood very unified, I believe, in this pandemic scenario. And I'm really proud of us for that, and I appreciate that. I really appreciate that. And I have to.
Okay. I don't know if I have the time. I don't know if I have the time right. Maybe I do, but anyway, Shane, if you're watching, Shane says to keep listening. It's coming. Okay. Let's
check
do it.
myself sometimes, because I find myself getting frustrated whenever I'm saying we're coming from a public health standpoint, and people are talking about the economic impact. We are all being economically impacted, especially as stewards of our city budget. We are dependent upon sales tax. And I'm going to go into that, I guess, a little bit more, but I want to give another shout out to my neighbors who, I'm not like Councilmember Bierman, who has busted out 300 masks, but I have hand woven a couple, and 2 of them were for my neighbors who are across the street here. Yeah, they're not beautiful, but they work, okay? They get the job done. So they brought me over some food, some pie. I'm really appreciative for that, Tina and Shyla. And then I'm grateful that we are acknowledging the mental health impact that COVID-19 has had on our community. While some of us, I still go to therapy. I talk to my therapist via video chat on a weekly basis, and thank goodness that we've been able to.
Look, I'm telling you, talking about your therapist and the fact that you have a therapist as a city council member publicly like that, not the best choice, not the best, not something I would recommend doing, not something. Shane says, I apologize. I didn't realize she drones on. Shane, this is not how you produce content, man. You gotta go right to it. He says it's coming, I promise. So we're gonna bear with this crazy woman who's talking like we're her therapist, and we'll just continue on.
To adapt in that way, because this is a challenging time. It's lonely. And, we say we're alone together, but at the end of the day, we're alone. Many of us are anyway. And so it's hard, especially when we're fearing for our finances and things like that. So coming back to the sales tax thing, I just want to remind y'all, we have some options. If we were to implement some sort of municipal income tax on, high income earners who have stable incomes throughout pandemic scenarios like this, just something to consider.
Hey, we will tax the rich. Get out of here.
I'm on my farewell tour too. But think about a municipal income tax on my way out. And then finally, I'm going to say it. Something that this has done, while we're seeing all these people lose their jobs, we're seeing the impact to the city. We're seeing businesses small businesses, our communities being impacted heavily. This pandemic is exposing the woes of capitalism. We have all been through a global.
Oh my gosh!
What's wrong with you people?
Oh, I gotta throw this one in here too. This one is John MacArthur.
Go home.
Go home! Oh my goodness. This pandemic is exposing the horrors of capitalism. Now, she was just talking. We're going to continue hearing what she says. She was just saying about all the economic consequences that results. All the economic consequences that has resulted from this quarantine, from this free trial of communism, from this free trial of the government nationalizing businesses, all the horrors. The government doesn't have enough sales tax. Our budgets. What are we going to do about it? We're going to have to tax the rich. How are we going to? There aren't going to be any rich if you don't reopen the government. What is wrong with her? I can't even believe she said that. Shane, that content was so good. If I could, I'd give you that super chat back, man. Cause that was awesome. That what? Alex? Hey, Shane. Alex Scott. I know Sarita Wilson was, but Alex Scott was the other one that turned her chair towards the wall when you spoke about abortion at your city council, right? It wouldn't surprise me. I'm pretty sure that's who she is. Yeah. So look at her background. Like, why? Look, what listen. Your shirt does not have to match the background on your wall. Just not. It doesn't really help. It's just a Zoom. No production quality is expected. Look at Brenda Hall. See. Well, I mean, look what she put in her. She made sure she got "In God We Trust" in her shot. Look at that. Interesting. Oh, another super chat from Shane Dotson. This is a super chat as an apology for making your audience hear her rattle on. Hey, man. I appreciate that so much. But like I said, it was worth the wait. It was worth the wait. Let's see her continue on.
Pandemic before this, and it is capitalism. Capitalism is a global pandemic. Thank you.
Who elected her? Who elected her? I mean, guys, if this doesn't make you angry, I mean, that should at the very least, in terms of anger levels, that should bare minimum force you to toss your tea down your kitchen sink. I think at least those levels. Like, it's really hard to be like, I'm gonna throw something angry because it's so stupid. But on the other hand, King George probably wasn't the brightest person out there. But Shane says my ward elected her. Shane. Everybody, let's just have a moment of silence and pray for Shane's ward. So that's from your actual, like, your neighborhood. Is that how your elections work in your city? It's like legitimately your neighborhood. My goodness. The good news is, though, if elections are really at that local of a level, your ward, your neighborhood, if your elections are really down to that level, it should be easy to really get her removed. I would think shouldn't be that hard. If so, but anyway, thanks Shane. Thanks for the 2 super chats. I really appreciate that, man. That's fantastic. It seems like we have some people joining the Discord. If you want to talk, just post something in the chat that lets me know that you want to chat. Just joining is not enough. Just send me a note that says I'll talk, and then I'll go ahead and bring you on. But wow, that was Does anybody, Shane? I have to ask. We have to see if somebody responds to her, because if I was a city council member and that happened on my watch, there is absolutely no way I would allow that to take place. It's just it just would not happen if I was a city council member. But let's see if anything happens as a result of this.
Thank you, council member. Before I give my comments for the evening, I think we will go back to the public comments. I believe we have received some now.
Yes, Mayor, we have. First, we have from Cynthia Rogers. I very much appreciate the discussion about economic development strategies to support.
No. Oh. Yes, Eliza. Capitalism made the rich that she wants to tax rich. She really is, and like I'm not saying that to insult her, because you could see, but she really is a moron. That's just a fact. That's just a fact. So, again, Shane, thanks for super chats. Really appreciate that, man. That was what we call in this business good content. That is good content for sure. Oh, how are you guys doing? You know, I don't really ask that much. I usually just sit here in my room and yell into a microphone. But how are you guys? Are you guys okay? Because I know it's easy. It's easy to just brush this off because I'm not incredibly directly impacted by this personally, but I know people that are. But so how are you guys doing? If you'd like to talk, you can join the Discord. Feel free to join the chat, and then from there, if you join the chat, I'll bring you on, and we can talk. But my wife said, "Where is Kim?" Are you talking about Kim Jong-un? I don't know. Kim Jong-un. Is he still is he trending on Twitter at the moment? Doesn't look like it. It doesn't look like anything. I haven't heard about Kim Jong-un in a while. But the last thing I heard, South Korea says that there's nothing wrong. So I don't know. I'm not entirely sure. Yeah. Okay. All right. She is talking about Kim Jong-un. I don't know if anything that's happened with him recently. I'm assuming, I don't know. I'm assuming that Kim Jong-un is I mean, he might have had heart surgery. I mean, I'm gonna tell you right now, if he's had heart surgery, he's not gonna be walking around for at least 2 weeks. So, my wife is wanting to know if I think he's dead or alive. I don't know. I feel like, this is my personal opinions on Kim Jong-un, is if Kim Jong-un was alive, I feel like there would have been some sort of something about it. But there hasn't been, which makes me think that he might be incapacitated. He might be in vegetable state. Surgery went wrong. That's kind of what I'm thinking. I kind of hope it's not the case, because I hear that his sister, I believe it's his sister, who is running things behind the scenes, is actually far worse. But I mean, you never know. You never know. But okay, guys, let's send in those stories. Shane says he heard that he was hiding out from COVID-19. That actually makes probably the most amount of sense. I've heard that he got COVID-19, but the fact that he's probably hiding out from it, that probably makes the most logical amount of sense, I would believe, because he's a smoker. I hear he smokes like 4 packs a day or something like that, from what we know, and COVID-19 will get you. He probably doesn't have much lungs to begin with, and supposedly he already has some heart issues. So, yeah, probably not a good idea for him to get COVID-19. Probably a good idea for him to hide out. That's what I say. John Sweet says he doesn't want to be the surgeon right now. That is very true. You will not make it out alive. Which is why I don't think if something did happen to him, I don't think it was on purpose, because any surgeon would know that would be a death sentence. Oh, well, guys, if no one's going to join the Discord, I think we've had a good time. We've been angry, and I'm going to do this every night this week. So feel free to send me stuff that's made you angry over the past few days. And that's just what we'll do. We'll just because this is why. Because I don't want us to be desensitized to this. I want us to be angry. And I think we talked about stuff that could happen to stop this tonight. I think one of those things that we saw that was really good was the armed men that was defending the business owner in Texas. I think that's something we should have Christians do. I think Christians should be the guys standing outside of businesses with their weapons and protecting the business owners from the government. I think that needs maybe that's what happened. So David Farrell wants to chat. Okay, all right, my good buddy David from Virginia. I'll shoot you a message real quick so I can bring you on. And we're starting up that voice call. Go to Discord. And while we're waiting for him to answer. It's not answering. 3, 2, 1. Oh, nice. We tried. We tried. So anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for the for everything. Thank you guys for watching, sharing. Oh well, now he's calling. Hey, what's up, man? You missed my call. You almost got disconnected on. How's it going? Now you're in Virginia, the Hampton Roads area of Virginia, Newport News, Hampton, that area. That's where I'm from. That's where all my family is. How is it there? Wow. Yikes. And you guys don't have a shot of getting that reduced because you have you have Northam. Yeah, no way. No, there's not a chance. I'm telling you, I'm a pretty post-mill optimistic guy. But if the governor says June 10th, you're going to be you're going to be watching fireworks. I'm telling you, the only fireworks you're going to get on the 4th of July is like your screensaver or what you watch on YouTube. Because oh, somebody's saying they can't hear you. I got to figure out how. Oh, my bad. Now people should be able to hear you.
Okay.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, chat, for sending that. Okay, go ahead and say what you want. Yeah, so you're from Hampton Roads area, Newport News, Virginia, and you're under the tyranny of Governor Northam, and you have no chance of getting the order extended June 10th. Well, it'll be June 10th. You have no chance of getting it reduced. But anyway, continue.
Yeah. So, we're just getting sick of it as a family, and it's weird not being able to communicate with the saints on Sundays, and but there is a church out in the Eastern Shore. I read about it, and I think. I sent you the link in the chat, but there's a video that Weavy did, which is our local news station, about this church that's out in Chincoteague, Eastern Shore area, that is suing Northam because they had 16 people in their service, and were told to stop. They were practicing social distancing even.
You know, the governor never pays any attention to Eastern Shore. And the one time he does, it's to stop a church from meeting.
Right.
Oh, speaking of stopping a church from meeting. Yeah, okay, go ahead. Go ahead, continue. I'm going to pull something up for the future. But they're suing.
Yeah, so they're suing because they were told to close up, and they were trying to adhere to, I mean, they should be just rebelling in the first place, but they were trying to adhere to the social distancing standards, but they don't have internet. Even if they did, their members don't have internet access to do that sort of thing. So they were trying to minister to a pretty poor community in that area on the Eastern Shore. So yeah, and then they got shut down basically by the local police. Who were upholding the order. They had 6 more people than the 10 people person limit.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's just. Hey! Tell your pastor to start to meet again and to sue the government. Tell him to stop playing around. Tell him you really need that bread and wine.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you can tell him I said that. Tell him I said stop playing.
Yeah. All right. Is
that your wife?
That is my wife.
She's saying something to me?
She's saying, am I talking to you? Yeah.
Oh, yes. Yes. So. Hi, Miss Farrell. What'd you say?
She's reading some stuff about coronavirus and just like OMGing over it.
Oh, so. Yeah. I'm sure. Well, hey, man, it was great to talk to you. I miss you. And when I come back to Virginia, we will hang out if the state still exists. So all right, yes. Man. Thanks, dude.
Man.
Bye. Oh man, it's good to talk to friends. You know what? Okay, so there was a church. Wait, there was a state. I'm not sure where this is. I want to get more research on this, but they listed a bunch of guidelines, and we'll go over those guidelines for sure. Let's do that tomorrow night when we stream tomorrow night, because this really infuriates me, and I think we could do a good portion of the stream from this, and we'll save it, and I'll get more information about this church. Or I guess it's all churches, right? And find out what county this is in and stuff like that. I'm not seeing those details. I just have a screenshot of the actual document, but it doesn't say what city or county. But anyway, we'll do that tomorrow. So tomorrow, we're gonna do this again. We're just gonna keep fueling our anger and laughing at the ridiculousness and showing that you can be angry and not sin and have fun and enjoy the wisdom that we gain in Christ, and see the absurdity from others. But anyways, thank you guys to everybody. They gave a super chat, including my wife, who uses she uses obviously super chats as money laundering services, which is fantastic. Because I'm 99% certain it goes right back into the same bank account. But anyway, thank you guys, everybody. Thank you guys for sharing this. Hey, look, let me ask you a favor real quick before everybody goes. If you enjoy these streams, if you enjoy what I'm doing, please tell people to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please share. I'm at 10,400 subscribers right now. How much am I at? Let me find out. I want to set a goal. I want to see if we can come together and we can build up this number. I think we can do it. So I'm at 10,450 subscribers. I'd like to get to 11,000 sometime soon, but let's just get to 10,500. So if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, go to youtube.com/crownrightsmedia, CROWNRIGHTSMEDIA, and then you can be a part of that. So and help just subscribe. Make sure you hit the bell so you're alerted. And again, I want to thank you guys. Thank you guys for sharing the episodes. Thank you guys for participating in the show and being a part of it, and not just just being idle listeners. It means a lot to me that you guys actually chat and become a part of it, and all this other stuff. Zach Lynch said, "Can I just send you all the Governor Newsom updates?" Yeah, send me a private message. That'll be helpful for tomorrow, I'm sure. Again, we're gonna do these anger streams this week, just so we can stay focused and be reminded of what's happening and not be desensitized to it, because that is not a good thing. It's not good to be desensitized to this stuff. So if you have anything, send it to me. Send me a private message, or send me a DM on Twitter, and then that way we can have a bunch of stuff to talk about tomorrow night. And I will see you again, same time tomorrow night. We're going to do this. We're going to keep this thing going, and hopefully you guys are encouraged and are blessed by this and motivated to fight this evil. I hope I hope that's what I do. At least, just if at the very least you guys are reminded to just stay diligent and not be desensitized to this, and know that Christ is on his throne and he's ruling and reigning forever, and that he died for the sins of wicked men, even wicked men more evil than any of the governors in these states. He died for. So just keep that in mind. Repent and trust in him. And until I see you tomorrow, stay angry.